Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Final Fantasy I: The Pixel Remastered. We only got three dungeons left to do. We have the Sea Shrine, which we're about to do, and we have the Mirage Tower / Sky Castle, which has gotten a little bit of a glow up. Okay, gotta talk to Copy here. I want to thank you about the shiny object I saw. It fell somewhere near the waterfall to the south. He's telling us about the cube, which we already got. I don't believe me, but I think it was some sort of mechanical creature. You have Oxale. As we've been waiting for. Please save the mermaids. So, originally it wasn't her you were talking to Copy over there, and he says, hey, I built a submarine, but I don't have any oxygen for it. You get the oxygen, then he says, cool, you can use the submarine to get the Sunken Temple. They kind of switch things up a little bit. You have to be able to go to the waterfall to get the warp cube. So he's telling you to go do that beforehand so you don't miss it. I don't know. You know, there was a Nintendo Power and whatnot that told you what to do and all that, so maybe I'm overreacting. Like, they kind of hold your hand a little bit too much. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Okay, got some XPs. Ooh, that's a good level up for Jet. That's not bad for Suck either, to be completely honest. Now, off-screen, in between takes, I did turn off encounters, ran through the Earth Cave real quick, found the one room of treasure chest I missed, exited out, ran over to the Ice Cave, did the same thing. So we are now completely caught up on all the treasures. Except for the ones that are on this floor, which we're going to come back this. We have to come back this way anyway. And for all of that, I found a bunch of money, which I think we've kind of run out of things to buy at this point. We've got protect rings for everybody. There aren't any more spells to get for anyone. So, and all the equipment that we're going to be getting from now on, we can't buy. So, the ice armor is a good find. I found another wooden staff. Whoopee. And that was about it. So, we've officially gotten to the point where money does not matter anymore. It's just going to be the gear that we find. Which, admittedly, is some really good gear. And that shark bolted like a little coward. I'm sorry, I didn't know that a white shark could drop a worm killer. So I have 2 of those now. It's neat. And the Mage's Staff. This is really good. This allows us to cast fire too. One down there, one of it there, and one up there, and one way up there too. Okay. You know, I'm tempted to turn off encounters for a while. There's not... The mobs aren't going to kill us. I think we're level 33, 32. You can beat this game... Ooh, a light axe, that does harm, too. That's kind of nice. You can beat this game around level 45. If I had the optimized team, yeah, it'd probably be able to do it a little bit easier. But these guys can do it. A lot of it is, once you get to a certain level, obviously just gear and magic. If we didn't have Suck and Lamora, like if I was running 4 fighters, I might want to grind up a little bit more. You know, waka waka. I mean, that's really all it comes down to. I don't know what's in all these chests. I know that there's 2 light axes. You get one here, you get one in the Mirage Tower. Diamond armor. I don't remember what diamond armor does. Well, it's a lot more defensive. Guards against lightning? I mean, might as well. Can you use ice armor? Yes, you can. It doesn't do you any good, but you'll have flame and ice protection, so might as well. And you're capped. Ain't really much else I can do for you. Yeah, there's also, I want to say opal armor in here as well. Nah, don't quote me on that, because they've changed the names of a few things. Not a lot, but enough to throw me off just a little bit. Not bad. Oh. I almost forgot to grab the chest. So, I was messing around with Fallout 4 a little bit, trying to get it to work. I pulled all the mods out of the mod folder, moved into a different folder so they wouldn't be accessed on loading up the game. The game's still crashing, so it's probably a driver issue or something like that. I'm still trying to figure it out. But once I do, we will continue with that. I am not abandoning that. I like that game. I want to keep playing that game. Okay. I think I've gotten everything. All the doors are showing open, right? Yeah, okay, cool. So it's a work in progress. How much work is it going to take? I don't know. I'm not I used to be super computer savvy. Like 25 years ago, I could build my own computer and, you know, from parts and make it all work. I even knew a little bit of programming language back when I was in high school. Of course, that was back in the mid-90s. Nowadays, I'm completely lost. So if something goes wrong, I have to take it to somebody because I don't know. I missed a door there. So I don't know why it would be happening all of a sudden. There hasn't been any major updates to anything recently, so I don't know. Maybe it just hates me. I couldn't tell you. Okay, we're on the top floor of the shrine, and it's the mermaids. You can still get attacked in here, but there's lots and lots of goodies to be found. Diamond armlet. Okay, so this doesn't actually do anything. It's just an armlet adorned with diamonds, which is super fancy. I guess it puts them up to 45. Yeah, those ruby armlets I really did think were going to be pretty peak. It turned out they were transitionary, and I probably shouldn't have wasted the money on them. But that's totally okay. It is what it is. Just gotta remember which one of these rooms has treasure and which ones don't. Money. Mermaid and treasure, which is more money. Yeah, the game starts throwing lots and lots of money at you at a point where you don't need it. The only reason I can think that's the case is to make the game feel a little less empty. And because in old D&D, you leveled up based on how much money you had. This also guards against lightning. Now, this won't stack. So, yes, it's a better shield, but the lightning protection doesn't stack, so it's still only going to be 50%, so I'm going to be wasting it if I do that. And you still can't use it. Flame shield. Oh, he can't use the diamond shield. Okay. Yeah, I guess we might as well. Certainly not going to hurt anything by doubling them up there. See, it was like 11,000 gold. I don't know what you should spend it on. I know I sound like a bit of a broken record. I'm just kind of... There are times where the design mentality escapes me. Diamond gloves, diamond helm, and the tablet. Now known as the Rosetta Stone, to give you a better idea of what it's supposed to do. Alright, so, ribbon. I'm not giving up elemental attacks and status effects. I'm just not. Same thing here. They're actually a little bit worse than the Protect Ring, which is hilarious. I don't think anybody else can use these things. Oh, you can use them with their helmet. Yeah, put that on. Yeah, so... Oh, you can use the Defender. Might as well. We don't need to use the Defender, the Defender for its intended purpose. So I don't think that'll be a problem at all. Okay. We got all the doors here, except for one way at the side there. This one down here. And it just had a mermaid in it. Okay, well. Let's double check that we got all the chests. And we totally did. I don't feel like walking back 3 floors. So we're not going to. Now let's get a quick rest to get that spell slot back. Make sure everybody's fully topped off on health. Now, all things considered, we are perfectly fine towards the end of the game. There is one enemy I do not think we can beat, and that is Warmech. Because Warmech is ridiculous. Ignoring that it is a 1 in 255 chance to encounter Warmech, Warmech has amazingly high physical defense, really good magic defense, which doesn't matter because none of our guys do enough magic damage for that to even be an issue. And hits like an absolute truck. To the point that unless we were high enough level that everyone's HP was maxed out, I don't think we could survive. Took 1 point of damage, that was enough to poison him. Gotta love it. Well, Lemore is maxed out on hits. The only way he does more hits is if he can get a haste spell on him. Okay, there's that. And there's a nut. Oh, way down there. And after that, we'll start heading downstairs. Now, the funny thing is that even though I've already beaten this game on my own playthroughs before messing around and just being nostalgic, there are still enemies that I don't have in the bestiary. And I don't have the achievement for that yet. And I don't know why. And it irritates me. Because I have fought on every single solitary stretch of crap that this game has to offer. For some odd reason, there's at least one that still eludes me. A little bit of gold. Okay. Not super important, but again, I want the achievement, so that bear with it all. And before we fight the Kraken, we are actually going to look at the Kraken's stats before we do so. I don't think he's vulnerable to anything, but I do know he has a crap ton of magic and a lot of health. Okay, what do we have here? That is not a room we can get into. I don't think there's any rooms we can get into on here. Like Jet and Lamora are at max hits, which is really cool. It's going to take Arthur a little bit more time to get there, but he will eventually. Okay. That is a good level up for Lamora. It kind of makes up for the last blank level he got. Yeah, that's not great. Okay, so Jet is at 47 accuracy. Of course, he hits twice. So he's at the 8 cap, which would be 8 for everybody else. For him, the cap's actually 16. So he still has room to grow. Lamora is at a 90. He cannot get any higher than that. Well, it doesn't matter if he gets any higher than that, I should say. 65 and 66. I would probably say at this point the Thief/Ninja is the best class in the game, which does kind of make up for the fact for the longest time they were the absolute worst. The Red Mage now holds the title of worst class in the game, and even then, he's not that bad. He's not that great early on, but you get enough levels on him and he does just fine. Oh, these guys hit pretty hard. Alright, Suck, you're back on healing staff duty. Money. A little bit of money. I do have all the high potions if I really need them, but I don't think I'm really going to need them. Wow, that caught me by surprise. Okay, what do we got? Monsters. Water elementals, maybe? Yep, water elementals. These things are weak to ice, which is really cool. Okay, more money. Oh, there's lots of chests here. Okay. I don't want to miss any and have to come back. I mean, yes, I can turn off encounters and just run through it like I did with the Earth Cave and the Ice Cave, but still, I'd rather just do it the first time and not worry about it. Well, Arthur is very quickly getting back up to full health. Everyone else is fine, but he's got a lot more HP than everybody else by well over 100 points. And Suck is going along at just over 350, 363, which is not bad, mind you. It's not bad. The White Mage at this point would probably have more than Jet does, which did not used to be the case. Okay. Oh. That's kind of an ugly fight. Right. You know what? That's okay, though. because he's not going to lose experience. They can't petrify Arthur. And we have gold needles. Maybe Estona might have not been a terrible idea. I mean, it's not going to come up very often, but you never know. Alright, everybody's full, and Suck go back to bonking. Which is his primary job in the world. Giant's gloves. Oh, these are so good. Alright. Alright, so the Giant's gloves are good for one very specific thing. They can cast Saber. Saber is basically temper on steroids. So haste ups your agility, which ups your hit percentage, which means you get more attacks. Temper increases your weapon damage. Saber does that on a magnitude higher than Temper does, and it's the only access to Saber I think we have. I don't think anybody can use it either. I don't think Suck has Saber. No, he doesn't. Come to think of it, I don't know what level Saber is, but I don't think I've seen a store that sells it. Ah, the water elementals, that might have been a crit. No, maybe not. You know, I just got everybody at full health, and these guys are like, yeah, let's take a couple chunks off of that again, just to make life extra difficult. For a little bit of money. These things hit hard, though. Oh, God. That almost killed him. Alright, breaking out the high potions here. Well, that could have sucked really bad. Actually, you know what we can do? So we can do this. I'm curious of how much this actually does. You know, not a terrible amount considering that they're all weak to this, and he doesn't have great intelligence. So they did an extra 50% damage, so it's 1 times 5 modifier, so his base was probably about 60 or 70. And look at that, Arthur got poisoned. Arthur has a ribbon. Arthur shouldn't be able to get poisoned. And there's the other light axe. It's odd that they're both in the shrine. But he can equip one. But really wouldn't help. Okay, so yeah, you get 50% more damage against the undead. Then it casts harm 2. Diara, whatever the hell you want to call it. You don't run into enough undead for it to matter long term. Just having the extra oomph on your swings pretty much does it. Yeah. So, resistance to status effects does not mean that you are immune to status effects. It just means that it's going to fail to land more often than not. So you can still get poisoned. You can still get petrified, you can still get stunned. It's just much, much more unlikely that that's going to be the case. You know what? All those level ups pretty much sucked. Actually, I think that was the door I wanted. Yep. Like, I know what I'm doing, I swear. Doesn't do as much damage as just hitting, but we're hitting larger groups, so. Oh, hello, Precious. What are you? Water elementals, I presume? No, White Sharks is a Hagen Prince. Okay. I would have actually been more concerned if it had been water elementals, because they come in larger groups. And they hit pretty hard, but these guys, not a super issue here. And there we go, our second ribbon. I believe, and I think I've said this before, there's only 3 ribbons in the game. That's interesting. The ribbon actually makes his defense go down. That makes his defense go up by a lot. So does that. Obviously can't use any of that. No point in that. But that actually decreases his defense. Oh yeah, because he's getting natural defense to his head slot anyway for his stamina. So that's actually less useful than a bare head would be. But at the same time, you're resistant to all the elemental spells, and you are not immune, but nearly immune to getting poisoned and other status effects. So I think it's worth it. I'm just going to do with this just to play a little bit. Assuming any of them survive long. There he goes. So yeah. Not as useful as just hitting them, but if you had a white mage doing it, or a black mage, they'd be doing a lot better at it. Okay. That's the... I don't know. Where are we going here? I don't remember. And suck, you're back on. Heal staff duty. Now the other ribbon is in either Mirage Tower or the Sky Keep. Not super positive. I should know this because I've played this game like a million times, but I'm forgetful. Just take this over here. No, that's empty. That's empty. I'll follow that up, and then this is shrine. Okay, so there's nothing left on this floor. Are we done with all the items here? 32 out of 32, baby. Lovely. Well, that worked out for us. All the preemptive strikes are just ridiculous. Started to juke left when I did not need to juke left. Fine, you know, I'll let you have that 1 point of damage because it matters so much to you. Yeah. 400, 401. 361. You know, Lamore is not doing quite as much damage as I thought he would at this point. He's usually higher than everyone else. It might just be the target. Because he doesn't hit harder, but he hits more. So, I think that's finally starting to fall off for him a little bit. Because we're getting enemies with much more higher defenses. Alright, so the Kraken. Let's see where the Kraken is down here. There he is. 1,800 damage. I killed him 3 times. He doesn't have any items. He's aquatic, and his weakness is lightning. So I don't have any weapons that do lightning damage, because we don't have Thor's hammer yet. Now, the coral sword might not be a terrible idea for somebody. Except it does 10 points less damage, but you're getting a 50% increase on that. So it's 19 attack, so it would go up to 29. So you're doing about the same damage because you get an extra 10 out of it. Yeah, you might as well just hit him with the ice brand. I think it'll be okay. You humans do impress. I would not have thought to see you here. But do you really think you can defeat the Fiend of Water here in my own domain? Fools, these dark depths shall be your tomb. Not the first octopus boss that we're ever going to fight in these games. Okay. No, you can only use it on yourself. Okay, good to know. You're going to haste yourself. You're going to haste you. Oh, that hurt really bad. And that's why we need haste and temper and all that good stuff. Okay, my good man, I want you to Giant's Glove yourself. Give yourself a high potion. Throw a temper on you, and we'll throw a temper on. Actually, we need to throw a haste on you. My God, stop bullying Jet. What has Jet ever done to you? Alright, let's get some hits out. Do you have a high cure spell? You do. Use it. 12 hits for 868 damage. And I think we said he had 1,800. 20 attacks at 600. Dead. I probably didn't need to prep that as high as I did. That was pretty much a 2-shot. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So the shrine down. We're good on health. I think we can do the next leg in our journey here. Really? Somebody's feeling brave. So this is kind of like the beginning of the game where we have to hit multiple places to achieve a destination. So first things first, we need to go to Melmond. We have the tablet, aka the Rosetta Stone. Now we need to learn the language that's on it, and we do that by talking to this guy over here. Just a moment, let me see that tablet. I think you're supposed to say his name is Une. This is the Rosetta Stone. Makes it possible to decipher Lufinian. Yes, of course, that's what it was. This all makes sense. Here, allow me to express my gratitude by teaching you Luthinian. There, now you can speak Luthinian too. Of course, the Rosetta Stone being the same thing from our world, which had translations for, I believe, Greek, Arabic, and Egyptian. Actually, you know what? We should probably use the inn while we're here. No reason to worry about it, because how much money do we have? 375K. Neat. Alright, let's go talk to Luthinians. Which are kind of an odd part of the world. But we can't get into here without talking to them, so... This is where we want to be. There's no place to land here, so you gotta land all the way up country. Yeah, 'cause I don't think there's any way to cheese it either. And some of these guys are slightly dangerous. Winter Wolves, not a joke. If they all decide to hit you with their little icy wind or whatever it is, they can do a lot of damage. Of course, that's assuming if they use it. The one thing I will say, the change to how enemies use their spell list has made them more reasonable instead of just taking like 6 ice nukes to the face, like Ice Storm. Imagine if all 6 of them had just done that one after another, and they all went first. And they dropped an ice shield. Neat. Which, I think I already have one on Lamora. There's a flame shield. It's the same thing. Can't use it, so whatever. It's not a bad walk. Okay, these guys have no shops, but they do have 2 secret magic shops. Yeah. These are your Greco-Roman types. Yeah, the Flying Castle. There we go. Take this chime. It'll grant you passage into the Mirage Tower. The Mirage Tower used to be their creation. So is the Sky Fortress, or the Sky Castle, and so is the airship. And in one of possibly the dumbest moves, Squaresoft put out a Final Fantasy game where you're basically playing as guys that are trying to kill Chaos, which is full life, and tried to make the Luthinians into some sort of horrible bad guys. Then there's Flare. Can't use them. So we have explored all the possible shops, bought all the things that we could possibly buy. Let's see if they do it. Now we're going to see multiple ice storms? No. There's one. There's 2. And there's 3. Yeah, if all 7 had popped those, that would have sucked. But the game's a little bit more fair in this regards now. So I am grateful for that change. But there's more things than Ice Wolf or Winter Wolves on this continent. I swear there are. Suck, I need you to do your heal thing. Because we're starting to get about a bit low on some of you guys. That's actually getting pretty solid on the heels there. Actually, I think everybody's full except Suck. Yeah. He's only down by about 80, so. 2 more rounds of that, he'll be fine. Now that is something I haven't fought before. And everybody leveled up. Oh, nice HP and some stats. Very good. That's okay. Better than I expected. So just out of curiosity, how many things am I still missing from the bestiary? I'm missing 1. And I'm willing to bet that 1 is probably Warmac, which is weird because I'm pretty sure I fought him on at least 1 playthrough I'd done. So if I want to get that achievement, I gotta fight the Warmac. Not super thrilled to do that, if we're going to be completely honest. There we go. And this is a tower full of treasures. And dangers, but mostly treasures. Okay, these guys can do fire too, and I think they're poisonous. You know, for a minute I was like, wait a minute, I thought all my guys were full health. Yeah, I just leveled up and they all got an HP boost. Because I'm smart and I pay attention to these things, I swear. Maybe I'm thinking of a different cat enemy that does fire, because they weren't inclined to do that at all. Yeah, I do think that they changed the diamond armor. I think that used to be the opal armor. Unless the opal armor's in here. I'm trying to remember, but I'm getting old and I'm getting forgetful. Aegis shield. Oh my god, this is the greatest thing ever. Shield that guards against stone and poison. So now we can give the ribbon. Ooh, that thing really does suck as far as armor is concerned. To you. So I have 3 ribbons now, right? 1, 2. Nope, still missing 1. Vorpal sword. I don't remember who uses this. It does a thing, I swear. I don't remember what it is, though. Out of curiosity, let's use the... Well, it can't use the Vorpal sword. You know, I could have sworn it did a thing. I don't remember now. Maybe I'm thinking of a different sword. I know there's one that does... it does like a poison attack that kills everybody on the screen. I don't remember what that was. Now, the cool thing is that the ultimate sword for the Red Wizard's in here somewhere, the Sunblade. A healing helm. Does the same thing as the healing staff. So now we have 2 options to do that. You can get, I believe, 2 healing helms. I don't think its stats are actually worth wearing. I'll double check in a quick second. And he's up to 10 attacks. Nice. Okay, real quick. Healing helm, which is probably just him. Yeah, it casts heal when used, but it doesn't have great stats. Can you wear it? No, still can't wear anything useful. Such is the nature of a Red Wizard. Chimeras are trying to run away. We just met, guys. Blaze, which no one really cares about. Where's the... Oh, it's all the way over there. Yeah, you could go all the way around the treasure room. Why would you want to? Okay, Black Knights and Nightmares, which... maybe. Might be a threat. Not a major one, if I had to be honest. I think Black Knights can do other magic as well, but I can't remember what it is. This is just going to be a thing for a minute, isn't it? I think Nightmares are weak to ice. Okay, and there's also a nice big treasure room in here as well. Hellhounds can do Blaze, which it does not going to bother us very much at all. I don't think it will anyway. Well, if they'd had the opportunity to do it, it might have been a problem, but... And mummies... I think the Mage Staff is in here too, which gives us fire too, which is not a huge deal. Still pretty nice though. Well, so in a normal party, you would have the White Mage would be either using the Gauntlets or the Mage Staff to get some area effect damage in, which is going to be better than her normal attack because the White Mage hits like a wet kitten. The Black Mage would be doing the same thing, and you switch them to healing items when you need to. You know, in the hands of a actual proper mage, those items do a lot of damage. More chimeras. This is why Suck is on permanent heal staff duty for the time being. Well, that was terrible for everybody involved. At least Suck broke 400 HP, though. There we go. Give me treasures. And everybody's at full health. Lovely. I do so love it when a plan comes together. Thor's Hammer. This gives us Lightning 2, and I think it can be used by the... Yeah, I think the White Wizard can use this, but I don't remember correctly. Sunblade. And the Dragon Mail. Okay, so Dragon Mail guards against fire and ice as opposed to the Diamond Armor, which only guards against lightning. I think this is probably better. You can't use either of them, and can you? But you can use the Sunblade. 2 points less accuracy, but 2 points more attack. That's effective against the undead. It's basically the White Blade from Final Fantasy III, but you get it at the end of the game, and it's really only for the Red Mage. Others can use it, but it ain't really meant for them. Okay. Does it matter which way I go out? No, not really. So Suck has his quote-unquote iconic ultimate weapon. Not that he's going to have a lot of opportunity to use it because he's basically my heel bitch, but maybe we'll do it on this next fight. Yeah, just everybody hit it. Suck didn't get a chance to show off. Whatever. Use the warp cube to travel beyond the sky. It'll take you to the flying fortress. And it's a teleporter. Because the Lufinians were high-tech before they got blasted back to the Bronze Age. Okay. We'll just hit this clockwise. That was probably a crit on that last hit from Suck. Jet hits so hard so many times, it's ridiculous. Oh, a sandworm. Huh? 400 damage. Go Suck. Protect ring, which we bought. Another healing helm, and money. Oh. Freaking these things again. Okay, you know what we need to do? We need to do this. These things are weak to magic. Or weakish to magic, anyway. A lot more hit points than I was expecting, if we're going to be completely honest. Yeah, so 2 poisons out of that. And one of them by somebody who's got a ribbon on. Because, you know, that's always funny. Out of curiosity, though, because I don't remember. Okay, Black Flint, right there. What are you weak to? Weak to fire. So that's why Lamora was doing more damage on that. I was just curious, because there was a lot of difference between the damage output of the two characters with, you know, actual magic items. I was kind of curious as to why. Oh, that certainly explains it. It's the giant worm from Dune. And it's gone. Razor. This is the sword I'm thinking of. Yeah, it casts Scourge when it's used. I don't know who's the best person to be using this thing, if anyone. He could, but why would he want to? And as far as I'm aware, that's not a iconic weapon for anyone, and it's worse than everything else we have. And the actual Scourge part of it might be useful. We'll test it. We'll see if it does anything. I don't think it will. Oh, you know what? It killed 2 of them outright. I'll take that. It missed. That's okay, though. It got 2 of them. That's far more useful than I expected it to be. A bunch of money that we don't have a spend for, and a potion. Ooh la la. And missed. Just really wondering if I can get my money's worth on this thing. I'm thinking the answer is probably no. Got 1 of them. Okay. It's about as useful as Suck actually hitting him with his sword, so I suppose that's okay. Alright. Got 2 of them that time. I think that's pretty fair. Good HP, bad stats. That just sucked all over the place. Suck got the stats. Didn't get anything else, but he got the stats. Mithril Helm. Why would you give me a Mithril Helm at this point? The only person that they can affect with Gaze at this point is Suck. But being part wizard, he has a very high magic defense, which means it probably wouldn't land everyone. Anyway, everybody else is defended by a ribbon or the Aegis shield. I wouldn't do that. Okay, he killed one. I think I might actually have a use for the sword. A lot of money. Okay, so there's no treasure chest in the room directly below us, but there is a crystal. A very, very important crystal. I think these guys are just immune to Scourge. Which is whatever. Oh, guess they're not. But we are going to start breaking out the high potions. No real reason not to. I got to admit, I didn't really tend to use the razor much in the original Final Fantasy on the console. Because it wasn't very good. It has been putting in work. Adamantine, which is what we need for Excalibur. If we'd spoken to the Dwarven Blacksmith, he would have told you way hours and hours ago that he wanted that to make the ultimate sword. It does miss a lot, though. But against these guys that have ridiculous defense, I mean, missed or you did 5 damage, it doesn't really matter. We'll just go up to the top and work our way back down the other side. Really? You got paralyzed, Arthur. Oh, he doesn't have the ribbon anymore. So he doesn't have status immunity. And Suck just went, screw you guys. I'm going home. A Spirit Naga. I don't remember what a Spirit Naga does. And we're not going to find out today. Fair enough. Diamond gloves. I think that's my second pair of these. Yeah. Which is kind of funny, because no one else but Arthur can wear them. So unless you're running 2 fighters, you're not going to be getting much out of it. Okay, Suck, you want to pick up any of the spares? Yes, you do. All right, cool. I will keep using this until it stops being funny. Spoiler, I don't think it's going to stop being funny for a very long time. Sleep. Dirt nap. Another ribbon and a diamond shield. Okay, so now we have a ribbon for all involved. The ribbon is as good as a leather cap and a fence, but you're getting so much more out of it, it's not even funny. Yeah, I love it. Spirit Naga casts Sleep. It fails. Suck cast Dirt Nap. It's super effective. Yes, that is a Pokemon reference because Pokemon came out when I was in high school, I want to say. That's okay. Lamora's got him. What level are we at? 38. Oh, white robe and a black robe. So I believe these are only usable by the white wizard and the black wizard. Robe that guards against fire and instant death, cast Invisro when used. Yeah, only the white wizard can use it. Ice and time irregularities, cast Blizzara, which is, I believe, the level 3 version. And that's only usable by the Black Wizard. But we can still use them as items. And Defense 24 is pretty damn good. And that's the same as a Ruby Armlet. Yeah, no, I think the Razor is just the greatest thing ever now. I never really paid it much attention. It never really accomplished much, but now it's fantastic. These fucking things again. Ah, you got 2 of them. I'll take it. Wow, even Jet got a low roll on that. And Suck picks up the spare. Ah, it's fantastic. It is utterly fantastic. It's kind of sucky. That's kind of sucky. It's good health and you got agility, whatever. And that's kind of sucky, but you got a point of intelligence. Observation window looks upon the world. The 4 forces of fire, earth, water, and wind appear as mist converging on a single point. A point to the center of all 4 altars. This must be the location of the Chaos Shrine. It's not like it didn't tell us it was a Chaos Shrine at the beginning. If I'd actually been talking to people, it would have mattered. Look upon the entire world. Yeah, we're not doing subtle here, guys. Dark Fighter. These are the guys that do magic stuff. That probably wasn't the best use of his time, but Protect Cloak. Now we're talking. I think the Red Mage can kick. Yes. A large cloak worn over armor. Clothes, because God forbid we don't have clothes. Okay, let's see. Chests, chests. I don't know what those are. I don't remember. Vampire Lords. Oh, you guys suck. Quite literally. That'll be a round of high potions to go, sir. Fire Hydras. Not a problem. Money, money, a protect ring again, a potion, because God forbid. You never know, that potion could have made the difference in life and death. I really want to go dig out my old Final Fantasy cartridge and my old 8-bit Nintendo and see if that works as well in the old game as it does in the Pixel Remastered. I don't think it does. But damn, has it not been awesome. Needle. That was my fault. A soldier. Got a Phoenix down out of it. Sasuke's Blade, aka the Not a Katana. 100% accuracy when all said and done. And he hits like a truck. Now he's already maxed, I think he's already maxed out on attacks anyway, so that doesn't really matter. But the extra damage is nice. I'm pretty sure he did 8 hits there. We'll have to double check it. Yep, 8 hits. So everybody has their ultimate weapon. Or at least what we need for the ultimate weapon. Time it, no weaknesses. Come on. Yeah. So I have a problem with my controller. The D-pad itself is a little bit messed up, which makes Helldivers a little bit more treacherous when I'm trying to call in orbitals and whatnot. But, so, I need to double check. Yep, we've gotten everything, so we are good to go. All we need to do is kill Tiamat, and we can call it a day. I'm going to take a run at Warmech. We'll see if we can pull that off. Gonna be honest with you, I really don't think we can. That might be bonus content after we actually beat the game. Okay, 1 over, 1 up. That's the whole idea with this, so you just... Otherwise it's a maze. Soldier and a... Oh, that hurt pretty bad. And that hurt for nothing at all. Wow. Jet got all the stats on that level. Good lord. Suck got HP. Good deal. Okay, seeing as how I haven't saved it in a while, we're going to drop a quick save here before we try picking a fight with Warmech. Because I'm pretty sure he's just going to obliterate us. Assuming we can even encounter him. One dead. I'm good with one dead. Not too shabby. Not terrible, but not great. More of these damn things. Hey, he got 3 of them. I will take that. Apparently, I forgot to turn off Discord, so my son's friends are trying to say hi. They're nice kids. They're all like, my son's 12, so there's kids he goes to school with. We've been very, very strict that you do not talk to anyone on Discord, but family or people that you personally know from school. If anybody else tries to talk to you, you let us know immediately. And because my kids listen, because they're good kids, we haven't had any problems. Come on, Warmech, you big jerk. Where are you? Oh, wow. That was a big get right there. Man, Suck is really hitting his stride with that sword. We're never going to find Warmech. Yeah, I wonder if they changed the odds on running into, because we probably should have run into him by now. It's been like 5 minutes. Wow, that is a massive group of knuckleheads, and Scourge missed all but one. That's ridiculous. Now it works. For crying out loud. Suck, come on. I was just starting to say nice things about you. Why you gotta be like that? At this point, I'm basically just level grinding, and I don't want to have to level grind. Come on, Warmech. I want you for the content. Still nothing. Come on. Poke your little Metallica head out and kill me already. You know, if he only kills one around with that, I'm still satisfied, because that's all he would do in melee anyway. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's kind of terrible. It's not bad. It occurs to me, I might want to drop another quick save, because we've gained a couple of levels that I probably don't want to lose. Five more combats, and then we'll hit Tiamat. So that's 1. 2. Oh god, these things again. Suck, get them. He got 3. That's a win. He got 4. That's respectable. Alright, that was battle number 4. One more battle. That's number 5. So we're not getting Warmech today. One more. Let's do one more. Come on. I don't care about you guys enough to do this. Really? That's my ninja can't run away? That's like his entire deal. Now let's just kill Tiamat. The Lich, Marilith, the Kraken. You have defeated 3 fiends and reached my lofty perch. We didn't look at Tiamat stats, but probably about 2200 HP. All the better. May the image of Tiamat, the Fiend of Wind, be the last to burn in your eyes. Okay, so we're just going to front load Arthur and see how that works. So, Giant's Gloves. Punch him. You're going to Temper, and you're going to Haste. I want to see if we can one-shot Tiamat if we boost up Arthur enough. If we had Excalibur, he'd be doing like twice as much damage. Actually, yeah, you know what? Jet, don't attack. And he knocked off full pulse. Okay, so we're going to Giant's Glove again. I want you to Heal Staff. You know, use the Healing Helm. That's completely fine. Temper and Temper. About as much as Suck does with that on average. So. Okay, Arthur, attack. Healing Staff. Helm, and we'll just Temper again just for good measure. I don't think it's going to matter at this point. 14 hits, 1286 damage. Yeah. Alright, yeah, just do the same thing all over again. It's fine. He's dead. 2247 that time. That was the next Temper kicking in. That probably would have killed him from full health. Which is basically what we're going to do to Chaos. Alright, so real quick before I forget, Tiamat. Old Tiamat had 2400 HP, so that second attack would have almost completely one-shotted him. So we could have pulled it off. I think one more Temper would have done it. But that's it for us for today. We have done all of the things. We only have one thing left to do, which is the Chaos Shrine. Just going to get into some weird story stuff at this point. But I hope you enjoyed. We've got all 4 crystals lit. We've got all the gear, but for one weapon, which is the Mazamune, which is in the very bottom of the Chaos Shrine, which we're not going to really even probably use on anybody. And we got to get Arthur his Excalibur. But that'll wait till next episode, probably the final episode. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.